Ask the Guild.
What is Integument?
Welcome to Ask the Guild, the series in which we answer questions and explore topics that confound and confuse even the most experienced of scientists. Thanks to the increasing amount of well-preserved fossils, a large garbage pile of evidence is piling up that makes science question how prehistoric animals are reconstructed. This has been an ongoing process over the 200-plus years of the existence of paleontology, ever since the days of Sir Richard Owen, Charles Darwin, and Charles Knight. Trying to reconstruct beasts lost to time has been the most romantic part of the science. Ideas on biology, appearance, and physiology have changed drastically from generally rotund and sluggish reptiles to lithe and intelligent animals. The main thing to change for our interpretation of fossils is the integument. Integument is the outside covering of an animal, plant, or organ. Good examples are skin, feathers, scales, wattles, husks, shells, or rinds. Since the majority of animals who have become fossilized completely lack any preservation of their soft parts, like the integument, science is left with a vague outline of what the animal looked like when it was alive. Some integument has been fossilized thanks to the implementation of bone into the integumentary system by many animals, as well as fluke conditions that allowed for quick fossilization of these integumentary details. Beautiful examples of the latter are commonly seen in hadrosaurs. A handful of mineralized mummies have been discovered with well-preserved petrified skin and organs, most complete of which is Leonardo the Brachylophosaurus fossil mummy. It shows impressions of the skin and musculature. However, other species that have fossils preserving at least some of their integument include
Trachodon mummy.
a fossilized mummy of Edmontosaurus annectens that preserves skin, tendons, and muscle.
Dakota mummy.
Another fossilized mummy of Edmontosaurus annectens, which preserved scales, skin, and muscle. This specimen showed that Edmontosaurus annectens had smooth, round scales of varying sizes over most of its body, as opposed to the overlapping scales of most reptiles.
Why, Rex?
A specimen of Tyrannosaurus rex has preserved impressions of its skin, which show that at least some parts of its body had rounded, Gila-monster-like scales. Oviraptorosaurs, like Caudipteryx, dromaeosaurs, like Velociraptor, Dakotaraptor, Microraptor, and Sinosauropteryx, bird-like dinosaurs, like Archaeopteryx, tyrannosaurs, like Dilong and Eutyrannus, ceratopsians, like Psittacosaurs, and Hypsilophodonts, like Tianyulong and Calundrodromes, all show preservation of feathers. Due to the increase in discoveries of integumentary preservations, schools of thought have changed and evolved. A mini-movement in the paleontological community, sparked by scientists and artists like John Conway, Mark Whitten, C.M. Kozman, Fred Wieram, and others, set out to show that prehistoric animals were just as they are today, in that they likely held a lot more fat, tissues, tendons, and other integumentary and physiological details that are commonly missing in many reconstructions. The reasoning is, most modern animals do not share the silhouette of their skeletons, and have integument that obscure their skeleton to the point that the animal appears nothing like their osteology. This would be very similar in prehistoric animals. Theropod dinosaurs, although lithe and active predators, were likely covered in feathers and stored large amounts of fat in their bodies. The problem is, we probably won't know to what extent the integument of long extinct animals obscured their skeletal silhouette. Only time, or fossil mummies, will tell. That's been Ask the Guild. Thanks for watching.